This video tutorial will guide you through spectacle lens configurations in MyVision Express 2014. You will now be able to have more control as to what treatments and measurements are available or required for lenses. This will go a long way towards ensuring order accuracy and reducing customer service issues. Stock lens configuration can also be easily handled through this new functionality. Let's begin by going to File, Inventory, Spectacle Lens. We'll select the spectacle lens and click Modify. Click on the Measurements tab. Every measurement is available by default. Nothing is required. Since this is a single vision lens, I'm going to unselect any measurements that are not required. Okay, and we're all set. I am going to make the OC height required. And I'll click OK. Let's see how this looks in an order. We'll select our patient. Select our lens. Notice the OC height is required, and the measurements that I unselected are no longer showing here. Seg height is gone, as well as some of the others. And we'll just save this. Close. If you want to make these changes to a group of lenses, you will do so by going to File, Inventory, Spectacle Lenses, selecting a group, and then hitting the Details button. And here are your measurements. Again, we'll get rid of seg height. We'll require OC height. We'll get rid of some of these other ones. And we'll click OK. It'll ask you if you would like to update the spectacle lens measurements with these values. We'll say yes. It'll ask you also about treatments, which we'll get to shortly. For now, I'll say no. And now all of these lenses have been updated with the configurations you just specified. Let's take a look at treatments. Let's select the Transition Vantage. And we'll hit the Treatments tab. All treatments are available by default. I will deselect all and say that for this lens only Crizal Avance, Crizal Elise, and Crizal Easy are available. Don't forget to select any other things that you'd like on this lens. It's not just AR coatings, but tints, UVs, edge polish, etc. For the purposes of this video, I'll just select these three. And we'll click OK to save. Let's see how that looks in an order. And now you can see that only the three selected treatments are available here in Options. We'll click Save. In order to make treatment changes to a group of lenses, we would follow the same steps that we did for measurements. MVE 2014 now allows for you to set up stock lens configurations. When you select a lens in an order that has configurations matching the prescription, you will be given the choice to select a configuration or supply. We will see this shortly. First, let's set up available configurations. To do so, we'll go to File, Inventory, Spectacle Lens. Let's select the polycarbonate clear lens, Modify. I've already checked off the Inventory checkbox and Returnable. You will now also be able to order these lenses through the Purchase Order module and receive them as well. you need to designate which is the lab you're going to be ordering them from. Next, we'll click on the Configurations tab. I've already entered a few configurations. As you can see, you have sphere, cylinder, diameter, base curve if you like, cost. Here's your on-hand count, and some other information as well as sold, purchased, a reorder point, and a max inventory. If you need to make any of these inactive, you can do so by clicking on this checkbox. Let's add one configuration. It'll create a blank line. You can either fill in a UPC, or if you just click OK without filling in a UPC, the system will auto-generate a UPC. I'm going to say this is a minus 125. And 70 millimeter, and the cost is $450. Please take note that you can set a different cost for stock lenses, as they are typically less expensive than when you have them surfaced. Once we're done, we would click OK. Let's see how this looks in an order. We'll select our patient and select our lens. Here's your pop-up. It's letting you know that there is an available configuration that matches his prescription. Do you want to select this lens, or do you want to have it surfaced or supplied? I'm going to click select. Next, you get a pop-up that you don't have any in inventory. What would you like to do? I'm going to say order, as I'll order a stock lens from the lab. Notice in this one we didn't reduce any of the other measurements, and they all show up here. We'll click options, and let's say Crizal Avance, and let's pick a frame, and our order is set. We'll click save. As I mentioned before, you can now create purchase orders for stock lenses. You'll be able to order them in bulk and receive them when they come in. You go to File, Inventory, Purchase Orders. Let's select our supplier. We'll click on the Items tab. We can auto-create, and it'll bring in the lenses from this order that we just did. We can also go ahead and add different lenses by clicking on Lenses. It's only going to show you any lens in this list that you've set up configurations for, as you saw all the others disappeared. We'll select this lens. Let's say I want to order some of these. I'll select it. It brings it in with a default quantity of 1. Let's say I want 6. I can now create the PO. Yes, I want to save changes. And here's my purchase order, ready to fax or transmit to my lab. For more information on purchase orders, please visit us at Support Central. Click Video Tutorials and watch the videos in the Purchase Order section. This concludes our video tutorial. Thank you for watching.